Okay, hello everyone from the new day. Today we are going to study page 14, and in this page we are going to discuss with you guys about jobs. And the title of this pages is A Good Job. In this page we are going to study present simple tense, and we are going to study questions and negative forms, and about jobs and the about the time we are going to discuss with you. So let's get started. What are the jobs of the people in your family? Tell the class. So, for example, my father is a doctor. As you see here, firstly, our sentence starts with the object. We have here father, and then we use auxiliary verb is and plus the job name with the article. So let me explain you this in an order. It's important. For example, I I am an engineer. So now we're just trying to understand the structure of the sentences. So I will type it here, structure. And I want you to guys, if you hear now some new words like structure and title, for example, this page's title, A Good Job. Title. Check it from the Google and try to understand what does that title means, okay? Title means in paragraph the first sentence which explains the whole paragraph, which is a title. And structure, okay, let's study this structure of the sentences. Here we have the object, okay? Who is doing this object? Who is an engineer? I. When we ask the question who it to the sentence, it gives us the object. And then here it comes the auxiliary verb. Verb to be. Verb to be. Or you can say auxiliary verb. Okay, so after all, I will use the short formation of auxiliary verb, okay? So, and then we have the job name, engineer. But what is this N here? Why we use this? This is an article. In English, we have a lot of articles, and this one is a good example of them. Here, this is the job name, right? Engineer. Before names, we use this type of names like job names, okay? We use article. If we don't say this, for example, if we just say I am engineer, the person who is listening you will understand you, but the sentence will be missing an article. So the right formation of the sentence is like this: I, object, an auxiliary verb, don't forget this is very important, and before the job name we use article. Okay, I want you to do some examples under the video. For example, write 3 examples please under the video as a comment, and I will check them all if you have any mistakes. Let's go on. My brother is a doctor, for example, or my brother is a teacher, like this. 2 outdoor jobs. We are now going to study present simple tense, which is very important because when we talk about general things, we use always present simple tense. Let me just erase these here if you took notes, because I'm going to explain you when we use present simple tense. Okay, when we use it, first, if we talk about general things, general things, like I'm a doctor, he is a surgeon, like this. This is generally true. He is always surgeon. Second, when we talk about our habits, habits, what does that mean? Habits means it's like every day we do this. For example, every Sunday I go for jogging, or I like to watch movies at night. This is our habit. And what else when we use? When we talk about the general truths. For example, if I am an engineer, it's generally true. It's always true. And when we express things, or directions. Okay. So, how we express directions, it's easy. How we do it? For example, if I ask the nearest pharmacy, where is the nearest pharmacy? The answer will be, you should go to, for example, go to 200 meters directly, and turn left. On the right hand side is the pharmacy. So when we express things and directions, we use present simple. Of course, I can give you some other rules about the present simple, but we will learn them by studying the pages. Let's continue. Okay. So let's listen 2.1 audio. Listen and read about Andrew Johnson and Claudia Luke. What are their jobs? Where do they work? Okay, let's listen.
Unit 2. Tape script 2.1. 2 outdoor jobs. Engineer, Andrew Johnson.
Andrew, 30, is an engineer. He comes from New Zealand, but now he lives in Scotland. He works on an oil rig 440 kilometres from the coast of Aberdeen. He works 12 hours a day for 2 weeks, and then he has 2 weeks holiday. He earns £200 a day. In his free time he goes to the gym and plays snooker. He isn't married.
Zoologist, Claudia Luke.
Claudia, 41, is American. She's a zoologist and she teaches at a university. She lives in California and works with her husband Jim at the research center in the Mojave Desert, where she studies snakes and other animals. She likes working in the desert. In her free time, she writes songs and walks her dog, Brewer. She earns about $60,000 a year.
Okay, let's go on. So we listened about engineer Andrew Johnson. Let's read it again, it's easy. Andrew is 30 years old, is an engineer. He comes from New Zealand, but now he lives in Scotland. He works on an oil rig 440 kilometers from the coast of Aberdeen. He works 12 hours a day for 2 weeks, and then he has 2 weeks holiday. He earns £200 a day. In his free time he goes to the gym and plays snooker. He isn't married. So let me explain you the grammar side of the present simple tense, how we use it. So let's study some grammar here. We use it with the suffix s here. You see, s. S and es. Don't forget it. S or it will be es. So, with I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Okay, let me choose another color here. With I, you, we, they, for example, I or you or we or they come from Turkey, let's say. You see, with I, you, we, they, we have verb here. Verb doesn't take S. You see, I come from Turkey, you come from Turkey, we come from Turkey, they come from Turkey. But when we use he, she, it, he comes from Turkey. He let me choose another color again because it's important. Comes from Turkey. Okay, easy. Okay, so here we use s with he, she, it. She comes from Turkey, it comes from Turkey. So when you see with the verb the suffix s, which means it's the present simple tense. Present simple tense with the short formation I write. Okay, so it's easy. Sometimes we use it with s because here we already have e. We don't need to put another e here. But sometimes we use with the es. For example, he teaches. He teaches English. This is also present simple tense, but here we use with the es. Why? Because teach, this is the verb. Verb doesn't end with e, so we should put it. This is the present simple tense suffix. It's easy. Okay, let's go to the practice 4 and let's fill the blanks here. Andrew is an engineer. Claudia is a zoologist. This is verb to be. Don't forget it. The general mistake is done by the Turkish students. They always forget auxiliary verb to be. Okay? So you guys shouldn't forget the verb to be, auxiliary verb. You should always use it with the present simple tense. You see, this sentence is done by present simple tense. Okay. She comes from the US. He comes from New Zealand. He lives in Scotland. She lives, you see, lives in California. So, when we say he lives in Scotland, it's generally true. He is living in Scotland not only now, but always, okay? Put it in your mind, because when I taught you the present simple tense rules, when we use it, when we talk about habits, general truths, and when we talk about directions, right? So this is generally true. He lives in Scotland. This is generally true. Okay. She works in the desert. He works on an oil rig. Okay. Oil rig. This is an oil rig, guys. So if engineers search for the oil in the sea, this is called an oil rig. Oil rig. Okay. He earns £200 a day, So she earns $60,000 a year. She likes her job and he likes his job too. He goes to the gym in his free time. He goes, you see, the verb here go, but we put es, this is the present simple tense suffix, to the gym in his free time. And we make like this present simple tense. She walks her dog. She walks, okay, here we have L. She walks her dog. So why we use here she walks her dog like present simple tense? Because this is her routine. This is her habit. She's always doing this. Her dog's name is Prive. This is the verb to be. Never forget it. She is married. Her husband's name, you see, is Jim. And Reeve isn't married. Okay, it's easy. So, let's go to another page. Complete the chart about Andrew and Claudia. Okay, let's do this. Let me delete this and let's go on. Andrew, surname, you see, Johnson, easy, Johnson. Claudia, surname, Luke, Claudia, Luke. Andrew, age, 30. So, I will do the Andrew and I will leave you the Claudia, you will do it by yourself. Andrew, country, New Zealand, easy, New Zealand. Job, he's an engineer. Okay, salary, daily salary, it's given here, £200. Okay, all right. And as you see, before the number we use pounds, okay, or dollars. So in English we do like this. In Turkish we put TL at the end of the numbers. Henry, what is he doing in his free time? He goes to the gym. So, and plays snooker. Gym and snooker. He goes to the gym and plays snooker. He is married. He is not married, or you can say he is single. Okay, you will do the rest for Claudia. Okay, let me erase this and let's go on. So, and you can do this practice 6 by yourself. Close your books. What do you remember about Andrew and Claudia? Talk about it by yourself, or if you have any partner, you can do it with your partner. For example, Andrew's surname is Johnson. He is 30 years old. He's an engineer. He comes from New Zealand, like this. Okay, so we are now going to study the question form of the present simple tense. What does he do? What does he do? So, how we ask the question? What plus does he do? So, I will explain you, this is very important. When we use the verb here, right, this is do is the verb. When we ask the question, we use always suffix of present simple tense. Don't forget it, guys. So when we make the sentence with the verb, we use es. When we ask the question, we again use with the verb suffix of present simple tense. What does he do? Okay. So we are going to now listen audio 2.4 and complete the lines about Andrew. Practice it with your partner. We have listened about Andrew here was the Andrew Johnson. We don't need to listen again, so let's do it by ourselves. Let me erase this and let's do it. Okay, the question first. What does Andrew do? When we ask about jobs, we ask like this. What does he do? You see? What does, okay, he do? Or you can make it with another ones. What does it do? She do? Okay, like this. So when we ask with the you, we, they, and I, how we ask it? What do you do? What do we do? What do they do? What do I do? It's easy. So when we make present simple tense with you, we, they, I, we didn't use es. Don't forget it. This is the difference. But when we make sentence with he, she, it, we use always es, suffix es. When we make questions, we always use it. When we make normal sentences, we again use es with the verb. This is the difference between he, she, it, and you, we, they, I. Okay, where does he come from? And we use it only one time, okay? We don't say where does he comes from. No, we use it only one time. Here, where does he come from? New York, New Jersey, doesn't matter. And this one is an engineer. Engineer. Does he live in Scotland? Yes, he does. Does he live in New Zealand? No, he doesn't. So, if we give positive answer, yes, he does, or if you want to give negative answer, you can give it like this. No, he doesn't. So how we do it? We say yes, and then he is the object here, and we just take this one to here. That's it. Yes, he does. When we make negative ones, no, he does plus not, suffix not. That's it. He isn't married. He doesn't have any children. Like this. Let's go to the grammar and pronunciation side. Complete the sentences with the correct form of life. Positive. How we make it? I told you the rule of the grammar here. He lives. He lives. He lives. Let me choose another color. You see S. Don't forget it. This is the suffix of present simple tense. Negative. How we make negative sentences? He doesn't live in New Zealand. Okay, how we make question? So when we make question, we just take does to here, where does. Okay. He live in Scotland. So as we learned how to make sentences, the question forms, here does becomes before the object he, she, it. But with you, we, they, I, we normally use do. Okay, now let's listen 2.5 audio, practice the pronunciation of does and doesn't. Does he play football? Yes, he does. Or no, he doesn't. Let me explain you first and then we are going to listen. These are the present simple tense question form. I will write it here. Question form. QF. So how we answer this? We have two different answers. Short answer. Short answer is easy. Yes or no? Yes. And then we put the object, he does. This is the short answer, positive. And negative, no, he doesn't. Easy. Okay, so this is the present simple tense question form and the answer, short answer. How about long answer? So we can give long answer also. It's also easy. Let me choose another color. We can say, does he play football? Yes, he plays football. Okay, easy. So how we make long answer? We put again object. We again put the verb here with the suffix s. This is suffix. Which suffix is this if I ask you? This is the suffix of present simple tense. Present simple tense. Easy. So if you need short answer, yes he does, no he doesn't. But if you need long answer, yes he plays football, or no he doesn't play football. Right? Let me write here. No he doesn't. You see the difference, right? Doesn't play football. Okay, easy. In the positive answer, we use the verb here with the suffix s, but in the negative form, negative long answer, we use again he doesn't and then verb and then whatever it is. He doesn't play football. Okay, so please memorize all these grammar rules, because in future lessons we are going to use them a lot, and I don't want you to do any mistake with the simple present tense, which is very important for us. Now let's listen 2.5.
Tape script 2.5.
Does he play football?
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Easy, you see? So let's go on. Complete the questions and answers about Andrew. Where does Andrew work? We know this. He's an engineer and he works on an oil rig. So you can say only on an oil rig, but I want you to give answer not in this way. You can answer he. Let me choose another color. He works, okay, works on an oil rig. You see, if we want to give, this is the long answer, right? You understand the difference, right? When we give long answer, we use object here and then verb with s, suffix s, and then wherever he works. Okay. And how we make the question? Easy. With he, she, it, we put here does. Easy. Does he work hard? Yes, he does. How much does he earn? 200 euros a day. So we can say he earns, okay, he earns 200 pounds, okay, a day. So this is the long answer. Again, object here and verb with suffix s and whatever it is. Easy. What does he do in his free time? Easy, you see? We just put here does. What does he do in his free time? What does he do? I don't remember. Let me check. In his free time, he goes to the gym and plays snooker. Okay. He goes to gym. He goes to gym. Okay. And he plays snooker. Easy. And again, here we have the question form. Does he like his job? Does he like his job? Yes, he does. Does he have a dog? Does he have a dog? No, he doesn't. Okay, now we will listen and check about Andrew. The audio 2.6, and then this page will be finished. Let's listen 2.6.
Tape script 2.6. 1.
Where does Andrew work?
On an oil rig.
2.
Does he work hard?
Yes, he does.
3.
How much does he earn?
£200 a day.
4.
What does he do in his free time?
He goes to the gym and he plays snooker.
5.
Does he like his job?
Yes, he does.
Easy. You
6.
see?
Does he have a dog?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, so for today we have studied page 15. I want you to make similar sentences, and if you will write them down under the video, I will be very happy and I will be checking them in the future. So thank you very much for joining this lesson. See you in the next one, but please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video. See you in the next one.